We're getting married! Are you guys ready for my Tales of Vesperia themed wedding? Where I throw sand into people's eyes instead of a bouquet? Hey Elio, I have a question. Yeah? Oh god, are you gonna do the thing? We love sand here. I think I know Skyrecon's MO. Especially because I'm playing our life. I think I have a feeling. What do you mean thing? The thing you always do. They're in our life. I might be wrong though. But yes, let's play iLife. Oh, ba ba ba. Ha ba 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 ba. Okay. Let's go. Oh, you wasn't gonna ask about our life. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's the question? Thought you were gonna redeem Japanese and tell me to explain our life to me. Alright. So yeah, we're getting married. Look at that. Really pretty. Poppy Hill, the quite literal backdrop of your childhood, forever nestled behind the home you grew up in, and the place where you found a sad little wavy-eyebrowed boy years ago. The distant scent of the sea carried up on the wind, mixed with the gentle floral fragrance from the poppies. It was comfort you couldn't get anywhere else. So, since I haven't... See, I knew it! Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Since I haven't been following along your playthrough of Umineko, could you summarize what happened up until last stream? I don't mind spoilers. Like, do you want me to start from the beginning? Or do you want me to start from a certain point? The ceremony's decorations consisted only of a white arch on the crest of the hill, but it didn't need anything more than that. Your hill was perfect just the way it was. Yeah, sure. Wait, which one? Bunny. Your planner had immediately been informed of your arrival and came to greet you right on schedule.
Good afternoon.
How good to see you again. And so soon after the last time. From the beginning is fine? Okay. So there's like this family called the Yoshida Miyas. That's squeak. So there's this family called the Yoshida Miyas, and Umineko takes place in the 1980s. And they're like a family of rich bastards that are really fucked up and have like issues. And they get together. I finally got it perfect. See, I knew! I knew! Wakarimasu! Shimatta! Kita! Kita! Sodora kita! Hi, 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 hi. Hoi. Skyrecon. Temera! Temera! Oi, 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 oi. Shirakata. Shirakata. それをしていた。おい。海猫の、プロト、この、家族は、まだまだ、いいでありません。この魔女の名前は、ビアトリスは、殺人でした。この家族は、ビアトリスは、家族を殺害する。バトラーは、この主人公の名前はバトラです。バトラは、魔女、 あ、バトラーさんは、この、ちょっと待った。バトラーは、魔女を信じていません。魔女、誰もが、みんなが魔法に死ぬ。でも、バトラーさんは信じてありませんでした。とにかく、時間タイムループが起こる。それが、2番は、おい。このメイドの名前は、誰がビアトリス、1の、1のビアトリスの名前はいいです。ビアトリスは、魔女です。金の魔女で、この魔女は愛です。愛は一番魔女です。ビアトリスは、チャット、ビアトリスのチャット神父です。みんなが大好き。みんな、ビアトリスが大好きです。でもね、このアホが、ジョージです。大嫌いです。ジョージさんは、私の、僕は、ジョージには死んでほしいです。はい。死んでほしいです。死んでください、ジョージくん。ジョージの、この言葉は、フィアンセは、シャノンです。僕の大切なキャラはシャノンです。それが、ジョージは大嫌いです。はい。ジョージ、はい。大嫌いです。彼を殺したい。ジョージを殺したい。私は殺人です。ジョージを殺しです。バクスターは死んでいる。さよなら、バクスターちゃん。おい、やめてください。バクスターは大好きです。続く。英語を続く。日本語はまだ終わりです。Okay, talking in English now. I hope I explained Umineko's plot to you, Skyercon. But yes, hello, here we go. Hi there, Overtaker! How good to see you again, and so soon after the last time. He tilted his head in your direction casually while chuckling. I knew you were gonna do that, Skyrcon. Every time you ask a question, you redeem Japanese only. I see you. I see your MO. I know what you're doing. You think you're slick? Tilted his head in your direction casually while chuckling. Your attempt to laugh along with him came out more like strangled hiccups. Your nerves still had a complete chokehold on you. Luckily, Baxter understood completely and offered a reassuring smile. Then, all presence of casualness for the day left Baxter's poise. A bright fire lit up his dark eyes.
Now?
It's showtime. Let's get into our proper positions. Oh? The wedding parties are being led up to the front where they'll stand by, while guests are getting directed to open places to stand in the audience area.
Does that sound alright?
Yes, it sounds alright! Bunny, please go back further with me so you can be ready for the aisle walk. I'll send Cove over next. Aye, aye, sir! Oh, slaps top of Elio's head. You can get so much content out of this. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna need it. I last hydrate for the poor Baxter list. I'll be Baxter full soon. On the promise of being reunited with Cove, you let yourself be led away from Baxter, or led away by Baxter, whoops. You only had to hold on a little longer, then you get to see him. You went back down the bend and there was an eager hastiness to your pace. A corner was turned, separating you off from the main scene. Good luck, Bunny. I'll congratulate you when it's over. I was legitimately waiting for the last 11 points as I was asking the questions. I knew it! I knew it! Baxter trusted you enough to handle the rest and waved coyly over his shoulder as he left. He had to handle more of the arrangements behind the scenes so that you and Cove could have your spotlights. You stood there alone, foot tapping, resisting the urge to pace. You'd never been more grateful for how quickly Baxter worked, when only a minute later you heard someone approach. At long last, what you'd been anticipating came to be. You saw him again. There he was, in his Flynn Skifo cosplay. Cove Holden. Oh, does he have tears in his eyes? Ah! The last name rung especially strongly in your mind, cause it was a name you would share. Without a word, Cove lifted his arm for you to take. His blue eyes were crystal clear. You could see your future together sparkling. Wait, his eyes are blue? I thought his eyes were green. Seeing him like that, completely ready to marry you, was breathtaking. You wrapped your arm with his gleefully, creating a secure link. The touch coaxed one of his precious wobbly smiles onto his face, though he still couldn't say a full word. It's like a greenish blue. Ah. I shall plot out the next time. Oh. Till then, I shall lurk. Alright, enjoy your lurk, Skyrcon. I'll be sure to catch you next time, too. An assistant joined in only briefly to hand Cove the delicately crafted white poppy and sand bouquet. You're designed with him? Yeah, the delicately crafted white poppy and sand bouquet. Sand. Hey there, Sven. He grasped it with his free hand, but not without it almost falling through his fingers, as sand tends to do. Then pressed it against his chest protectively. The assistant made their exit while you let yourself enjoy the gentle perfume coming off the bouquet. It was sweet and beautiful, reminding you of Cove. You peeked at him from past the petals. He was watching you too, spilling the sand onto the floor, as is tradition. Hello, demons, it's your boy. Hey there, Linux. How's it going? Hello, hello, hello. I'm getting married. While waiting in the wings, footsteps, the distant chatter of a crowd, the heavy breathing of your partner, and your own heartbeat pattered in your ears. Your eyes closed as you strained to hear the cue above the rest of the noise. But there was no need. You knew the moment had arrived when everything in the distance went silent. You even felt as though your heart froze in place, not wanting to be the one thing to interrupt. The first note was struck. Cove's hold on you tightened into a trembling squeeze. And that was all you needed to move forward. You began to walk forward with the love of your life. He was right there by your side. His legs were shaking too, and from the corner of your eyes you could see his cheeks were wet with heavy tears. Baby! He's turned the sobbing face again. I don't know. I don't know how I would react. You watched his mouth open then closed, as if he was speaking to you. Though, if he was saying actual words, they were too quiet for you to hear. The crowd was full of joyous smiles and loving glances, but no one made a move to distract you or Cove away from each other. You wouldn't have noticed if they had tried. All you were aware of in that entire world was the wonderful man holding desperately onto your arm. And how, on one of your shared strides, his knee locked and Cove stumbled. Oh no! You rooted yourself in place, pulling up against Cove to keep him from falling completely. He leaned into you, and you both swayed to the side, but he stayed on his feet. Two of you straightened yourselves out and kept going. You were equally committed to reaching the end of the aisle. He looks like a wet puppy. He does. Aww. It may not have been graceful, but to you, it was beautiful. And you made it. When you arrived, you loosened your hold on one another to change positions. Babies. You stood in front of him, face to face. Softly, Cove's lips parted again, and finally, that time you knew what it was. Your name.
Bunny.
A hush came over the crowd as the certified figure began to speak. It was time. The ceremony speech flowed over you. You listened to each word, but sentences faded out of focus the second they had passed. It was like having a dream. Thoughts and feelings in your own mind held far more weight than anything outside of it. Wait, hold on. I need to set the mood. Give me 1 second. This is my wedding. I'm gonna get rid of the music. Oh wait, that would get rid of the voice too, wouldn't it? Hold on, let me change it in the actual, wait, no. Config. There we go. There we go. Now we're ready for our wedding. Got the Tales of Vesperia OST playing. What did break through to you were Cove's bashful gestures, shuffling feet, quivering eyes, a palatable, nervous energy that was barely swallowed down. Not one single movement went by unnoticed. You know what? This music does sound pretty good for a wedding. And now we will be holding the sand pouring ritual of the ceremony. Let's go! More sand! At that, a couple of the people assisting with the wedding carried over a small table by the ends and placed it down in front of you and Cove. On it were 2 glass jars filled with different colored sand and a large empty vase. Please, select a jar. Oh, finally got back to SMT5 today. Kaya no Hime is very friend-shaped. Oh, Kaya is the one that's the straw lady, right? Yeah, 2 sands for me? Wait, this isn't the aquarium. Yeah, I think the aquarium is the after party. You chose the jar closest to you and held it with both hands. Oh, wicker dress lady. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's very nice. I like her. Cliff picked the other up and automatically held the glass up to his face to get a better look at the sand. We do this to symbolize our journeys in this world. Your lives led you to cross paths, and you found great joy at each and every intersection. Yeah, our journey sure is represented by sand. The jar each of you are holding represents the individual lives and choices you've made up until this very second. And with this pouring, the officiator gestured to the center vase, and you glanced at Cove instead. He gave you a reassuring nod, and you both began pouring the sand. I better record in case I get copyright struck for using Vesperia music. Your journeys had intertwined, and like these grains of sand, they cannot be separated the same way ever again. You watched the sand slowly mix together. It was mesmerizing. It wasn't until Cove whimpered loudly next to you that you felt jolted back into the ceremony. Once every grain of sand was inside the vase, Cove set his jar back down. You brought your hand back closer to your middle, but you kept the jar firmly in your grasp. Wait, did you put the fucking Tales of Vesperia OST on, you fucking reverend? I'm having so much restraint to not make a SMT joke right now. I'm gonna roll you down this hill. On my wedding day? Just because it's your wedding, Bun? Yes, it's my wedding. I can play the Tales of Vesperia OST if I want to. Yes, withhold the sand. You peeked at Cove out of the corner of your eye and saw that he was watching you too. The ends of his mouth curved, drawing a light-hearted chuckle from you. That sounded a little too ominous for wedding music. The assistant stepped forward to move the table to the side so that the ceremony could continue smoothly. You placed your jar next to Cove's and tried to commit the sight to memory. Hold on. Gonna change the music. Hey, all the little girls in the audience can catch the bouquet, and in turn, you can catch these fucking hands. The table was delicately placed to the side of the arch. Your excitement bubbled in your chest at what would happen next. Before you could completely lose yourself in Cove's gaze, your attention crystallized in an instant. The certified figure had said vows. It struck Cove as well because his knees visibly locked from underneath him. In slow motion, he began to tip backwards. I think this music is very fitting for a wedding. What do you think? You instinctively grabbed onto his wrists, pulling on his sleeves in an attempt to keep your beloved from leaning further. Numerous sets of arms rose from all around as both of your wedding parties poised themselves to catch Cove if he fell their way. Derek took it an extra step further by actually stepping forward. He made certain he could get hold of his friend if he came down. You were gonna roll me down the hill, but looks like Cove's the one that's rolling down the hill. Think that the outdoor venue on top of a hill was a good choice because it's a very good sightline for my gunmen. Hey! That's what I'm thinking. Cove regained control of his legs and caught himself by anchoring back on the ball of his right foot. He kept that firmly planted. He was still so absorbed in the moment that the notion to be embarrassed by his near faint didn't take up any space in his mind, as if it hadn't happened, at least for Cove. The certified figure, however, lifted a brow, assessing if your groom was physically capable of completing the ceremony. For all his trembling, Cove stood stiffly, a pillar that could not be moved. It was enough to appease your certified figure into continuing. The couple has chosen to prepare their own vows, and they will share them now. Cove Holden, please begin. Can I type my own vows? Please? He took in a long breath through his nose. After so much build-up to the wedding, and all the effort that it took to create it, This was the final hurdle for him, articulating his deepest feelings about you out loud. Ah, that would be cute. We only got the fish and the flowers. Sand and sand, sand, sand. Great choices. Vows don't start with an F, so we're out of luck. Dang it. For vows. Cove looked into your pink eyes, searching for the words he needed. You waited, impressing as much encouragement as you could into your gaze. My gaze? Finally, Cove began his vows. Yeah, he's my gaze.
Funny.
We met when we were 8 years old. You're what now? You wearing contacts? Wait, what? I got pink eyes. That's my eye color. What do you think my eye color is? And well, I wanted to run away to Nevada somehow. That first summer I moved into the neighborhood. I do want to move to Nevada. All that's there is casinos. Truthfully, I planned to do it before my dad and I had even made it to Sunset Bird. But it didn't matter what it was going to be like. How could it ever be okay? My cat has developed a sixth sense to jump all over my desk when he senses I'm drawing, like without fail. That's how it tends to be with cats. It's always when you want to do something that they get in the way. But I saw you the first day I was there, and nothing went the way I thought. You changed everything in my life. Is this a self-insert real to life or a self-insert Elio style? Did you keep talking about California as if you lived there and not space where you live? Space California. He sunk lower into himself sheepishly and offered a goofy grin.
Well...
I did still make an attempt in my child mind genius, but it was just gonna be for a visit. And you came to find me. You tracked me down all the way to the end of the town. Every far-off image playing out in his mind brought further joy to Cove's features. He laughed nostalgically. You'd pick my side over your own sister and put up with me even when I'd be pretty selfish. You were there for me when I was actually upset. I also pushed your head into the sand and bullied you.
Thank you.
I got to have a childhood thanks to you. You didn't let me lose it all because I was sad. I had someone I could make those memories I cherish with. I feel like Cove is forgetting that like our first couple years together were me bullying him. You seemed really aggro on your sister back then. Wonder why. Making sandcastles, watching the clouds, catching fireflies, and everything else. But then puberty happened and so many things seemed harder than before. At least you and me had really become friends by then. Definitely helped me survive it all. I think you went through some shit after childhood and you like cried for a couple years. That was the time I started sneaking out to visit you through the window. I wanted to be with you when I was happy, or when something was wrong. I couldn't stay away. Lucky for me, you didn't mind spending your days, or nights, in my company. Don't say it like that, Cove. People will get the wrong idea. I mean, I guess we are getting married, so maybe it is the right idea. You should have hit this bitch with the $20 reveal on the altar. Can't believe you gave that away for free. Wow. Yeah, I heard, because Moggy played this, kind of recently. And, when they got to...
Reverse company!
And nights, huh? In your what now? Yeah, so Moggy played this recently, and they did the $20 reveal when they were teenagers. Apparently, Cove does not react well when you reveal it when they're in your teens. And I'm like, yeah, I was right. I was right. I knew if I revealed it then, that it would upset him. But if I revealed it when we were like adults, he would be fine with it. Anyway. With a light touch of wistfulness, Cove recalled experience after experience from those years. Went on trips together, big ones and small ones, just hanging around our houses in the neighborhood, talking about who we were as people, playing cards. You were hanging out with Derek a lot at that time, and it seemed like something was up with you two, but... And that time there was a sun shower. We'd stick together during parties, and you could even make it fun for someone as socially awkward as I am. Change the music. Of course, the way you punch Jeremy will always be incredible. I guess you have other alter ammo, like how Derek beat your ass romantically, or how Baxter beat your ass romantically, literally. Automod. Oh, this music for talking about punching someone. Did it censor GFY? What does GFY even mean? Maybe the soundtrack idea wasn't the best idea. No, it played because I punched someone. It's great, it's great. Oh, it means go fuck yourself? Oh, okay. Actually, you've always been there for me when I had to deal with other kids at parks. Yeah, I kinda got in fights with a lot of people. Like how some dwarf is picking a fight with me right now at my wedding, on my wedding day. As he continued to reminisce, he chuckled adorably. I started getting closer with your family too. Well, at least your mom's. Elizabeth wasn't exactly interested in being friends when we were teens. I appreciate that you always put up with my parents and their wild plans, by the way. I can still remember how badly I wanted to be grown up as an awkward tween. Then suddenly we graduated high school and it really was time to be an adult. Getting my first job, taking my first long drive without parents, accepting how small our little town was in the grand scheme of things. I am doing no such thing. How can I do that when I'm not there? Oi! Feel my pain, dwarf. Feel how I feel when I get censored by saying gay sex. Just trying to figure out what I was even going to do with my life. I was lost, and all I wanted was to make sure I didn't lose what mattered when things had to change. Most of all, you. You were my special someone. You were the first person I was able to open up to about my sexuality when I finally knew for sure what that was. And you were the one who helped me keep it together when I was overthinking things. Yeah, I kinda overthink a lot. His speech of all that he treasured about you went on in an uninterrupted stream. He couldn't stop himself. I could talk to you about anything, like the accident when I got my scar. I knew you would understand. Yeah, I got a scar on my hand too. It was when I tried petting a cat. And as mundane and drudging adult stuff can be, I had a source of relief from it because you had been around. You'd let me have tastes of your food and you always gave the best gifts. You loved me even though I'm not a cool merman who could take you on a magical adventure. How many crazy things did we get through over the years? A lot. And right from the start, thanks to Dad and his master plan. Yeah, Cove, yeah, I got given $20 by your dad. Let's reveal that to everyone at our wedding. Yeah, no problem, Cove. Lucky you have someone to lean on. I got dimorphism blasted by my mirror. Where were you, Cove? Like the Azumanga Daioh girl? Huh?
Thanks for waiting for me.
And you lived with how long it took for me to be able to do anything romantic. I was feeling a lot, and didn't do great at managing it. But I was so clingy too. I never wanted to be apart then. I think I'm a little more of a big boy about it now. Maybe? You're a big boy now. Oh! When she gets her hand bitten by a cat to try to pet. Not exactly, but pretty close. Yeah, this cat just like scratched me when I was trying to pet it, and it left a scar on my hand. Big boy. Do not use the term big boy at your wedding. You sourdough. Do not use the term big. You just He at long last stopped to breathe before his emotion-driven attempt to convey himself continued in full force. You make me happy in ways no one else ever could. My dream came true when I got to be your actual for-real boyfriend. And well, a lot has happened, huh? We're definitely adults. I fell in love with you. We're at our own wedding. We made it through it all the months and months growing up, and through making this day happen. Though, with how nervous I was, I think I might have worried the planner that I would convince you to elope just to get away from it all. Now, I'm sure you were more worried that I was gonna elope with the wedding planner, but okay. Thank God he clarified you're both adults. But you took the pressure in stride. I love that you're so reassuring. Are we big boys now, Cove? You're such a charming human being. Oh, thank you! It was the happiest moment of my life when you proposed to me. Until now, anyway. I couldn't believe you wanted to be with me as much as I wanted to be with you. I don't want to try to imagine how many tears you've wiped away from me in all these years. Or how many tears you gave me by pursuing other men. You helped me have the confidence to grow into a man. You can still make me feel like a kid again. With you, nothing ever really ends. It just begins again in a new way. I bet it would have been happier if you proposed to me. And basically, what I'm trying to say is, no matter how hard I try, I can never thank you enough for being mine and letting me be yours. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Goldie! Hi! I'm getting married! Welcome to my Tales of Vesperia themed wedding, where Cove is dressed as Flint Skifo, I as Yuri Lowell, with the Tales of Vesperia OST as our music, and our bouquet is sand. I hope you enjoy it here. Goldie got the work account too. I ain't following you on this one. I'm only one man. Cove wept heavily, no longer able to stay above the wave of emotions that opening himself up to so fully had wrought. I love you so much, Bunny. And he futilely wiped the sleeve against his eyes. Every tear the fabric caught was immediately replaced. Goldie has come back from Twitch jail. Those are my vows. Don't know how you're supposed to end them. I hope you'll marry me. The suit is expensive! Stop crying on it. It's fine. We just bought it from Cosplay House. I was touched by his words, yeah. Your eyes were glossy. I'm not gonna cry. I'm trying so hard to not cry. Thank you, Cove. Bunny, you may say yours. Can I type my vows? The certified figure had all but disappeared from your mind. All that you had been aware of was Cove. But that request couldn't be ignored. Squint, give him the INTJ stare. I'm INFJ, actually. Fucking Cosplay House? What do you mean, Hope? You're literally at your wedding. Now you would have to take on the endeavor of explaining everything Cove was to you and everything he'd been to you throughout knowing him almost your entire life. Please let me type it. Squint. Okay, I'm gonna say it myself then. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna say my actual vows. Fuck you, game. Give me 1 moment. No. There we go. Here's my vows. Reaching out for no man's land, to take a breath and take a chance. I walk 1,000 nights to change the world. Where to go, when to stop, who to trust, what to say. Found them all, just need someone to share. It's now in the dusk every day to everyone. Ain't so strong, I ain't so strong to go on. Living in life, it is not the way to live. I wish you could hear me say that I miss you. Why were we there back to back? Why were we there face to face? I must be the light when you're in the dark. If you lose me somewhere and your tears are in the air, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side. Oh, oh, oh. Looking up into the sky, looking for the reason why I'm here and why you can't be here. Who's to hate, who's to blame, who's to hurt, who's to love? Who decides why can't we be the same? Try to believe walking down the lonesome road ain't so far. I ain't so far from you. Staying the way you are means solitude. I wish you were here and shook off my fear. Why were we there back to back? Why were we there face to face? I must be the light when you're in the dark. If I lose you somewhere and I'm still hanging in there, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side. Oh, oh, oh. What has been in the mix too long? There's a peace when you're at war. Heads or tails, you and I, light and dark, ups and downs. What has been in the middle? What's there to divide us? If you're hurt, cry and say, can't you see you're not of the high? Why were we there back to back? La 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 la. La 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 da. Why were we there back to back? Why were we there face to face? I must be the light when you're in the dark. If you lose me somewhere and your tears are in the air, I will ring a bell until you feel me by your side. La 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 da. La 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 la. Okay, those are my vows. Alright. Keep this last one in the chamber. I can only do 2. Are you getting a script from some Tales of Vesperia cutscene or something? Imagine you finally get married to your childhood friend. You give your heartfelt vows and he just starts singing the Tales of Vesperia theme. Alright, let me get the bop chat. Can't believe song redeemed bop chat because I got here. Ayo! Let's go! Alright, chat. I can only imagine Baxter watching confused as you start to sing that with no warning. I I thought those lyrics were heartfelt. What do you mean? Oi! Chang 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 chang! Alright. You can put on a different song. No. I'm saying my vows. Give me a better vow song. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright. I adore... Let me see. How the way you angrily sip at your drinks. I can't believe the action RPG doesn't have good getting married music. It does! Almost as if a solid 80% of the game is fighting. The way you're somehow always a bit of a mess. That you've been such a beach bum ever since you were born. Some of these are quite the comment to say at your wedding. How easy you are to fluster. Listen, if Cove were a regular person, there'd be a lot of fighting after those vows. Let me see. How clingy you are. Adorable way you text. The way you're somehow always a bit of a mess. Some of these are quite the comments to make at a wedding, yeah, and your vows are not. The awkward way you try flirting. And you had to pick that one. They're so open with your emotions. They really like you to be silly with it, yeah. And he reacts to every single one, too. The adorable way you text. We had a prolonged laughing session at his dumb baby face. And you simply in general. I want to thank you. Aww. For all the times you insisted I get to bed. Thanks, Morgana. Let me see. For really getting to know me. And for loving me for me. Wait, what was the third one? For sharing your parents? Thanks for letting Kyra be my mommy. For helping me be comfortable in my body. You've always been able to reassure me about that. For sharing your parents. Thanks for making Kyra my mom. They're a real perk of being. Oh no! No! I didn't! Did I really say that your parents are the perk of being with you? Oh! Oh no! Get fucked, loser! And besides that, I promise.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
To let you have joint ownership of my show collection. What are we doing our will? Kicks door in. I object. Why?
Dirty adult you are.
To wait as long as you need for everything. To get you a house directly on the beach someday. To sit on your chest again. To get you a house directly on the beach someday. I object because it doesn't count that I wasn't here earlier. Do over. Oh, yes, we can't do this without you, Jackie. I'm glad you're here. go along with your spontaneous dawn adventures. And along with that, Cove's blush had crept all the way to his neck after you let yourself get carried away, listing every detail about him that charmed you. Wow, what a thing to say, you're my beloved crybaby. You're my precious ocean boy, you're my cove. Yeah, I'm just gonna say you're my cove. Aw, these sure are some wild wedding vows though, wow. Oh, earlier I sang the opening to Ring a Bell as part of my actual vow. Because the game was cowards and weren't letting me type in my own vows. I'm the luckiest person in the world that I get to say that. Oh my god. Fantastic. Cove covered his face with trembling hands. He was laughing, crying, and all around about to pass out again. I think that'd probably be a bit too freeform. Do you want a VN or do you want a fucking ad-lib book? Listen. I could name his fish and I could choose our flowers, but I can't choose my own vows. Make it make sense. Your certified figure nodded contently, accepting those vows as your sworn oath to your very nearly husband. Yeah, so it's a fish? Sand is probably already dead? No! It's not! Cove Holden, do you take Bunny Lappy to be your lawful wedded husband? No, he'll take me as his awful wedded husband, actually. Didn't you choose the aquarium? Yeah, that's for the after party. He let his hands fall, ready to face you directly. I'm glad we agree. Cove's shaking, dripping wet eyes stayed locked to yours. And with the confidence of a man who'd been waiting for this moment for years, he answered with complete surety.
I do.
It was absolutely heart-stopping, but your turn to respond had come. Do you, Bunny Lappy, take Cove Holden to be your lawful wedded husband? What he said? I do. Cove's smile was radiant and his tears were constant. You'd sincerely made him happier than anything ever had. Okay, I pull up. Actually, yeah, that's canon now. I don't show up to this wedding. I only show up at the after party. That's based. Oi. Freeloader. Your maid of honor and Cove's best man stepped forward. They each held out a small box that contained a wedding band. Oh hey, it's Cove's parents. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Goldie. Cove's hands shook as he reached for the tiny treasure chest. With a focused furrow to his brow, he accepted the black ring and the purple amethyst sparkled gorgeously in the light. That's actually my ring, Cove. Yours is the silver one with the blue gem in it. That's the Yuri ring. That's my ring. Takes a lot of restraint to not make you wear the shinny uniform during this part. I will wear my shinny uniform to my wedding. Wow. He gladly offered your hand to Cove. He cradled it gently in one of his own. Oh wait, I forgot to put on my Yuri color palette because I'm cosplaying Yuri for the wedding. Wow. Hold on. There we go. For a few seconds, all he could do was stare at your skin. Cove was so still for a moment, but then he used his free hand to bring the band towards your fingertip. It's the bit. Boy. He carefully slid the ring to its proper place on your finger. Yeah, because it's my Yuri Lowoween. Okay, but Dwarf, don't you want a free 153-course meal? Your gaze locked onto it, utterly amazed. Swallowing thickly, Cove raised his hand out for you. You held it in return and brushed your thumb across his palm. It was your turn. I've gone to places committing to the bit that I would have never gone. With that, you retrieved the matching ring from its box. It slid onto Cove's finger beautifully. Actually, it's not matching. It's silver with blue gems in it. He gasped under his breath, fixating on the ring. You tenderly squeezed his hand, and Cove finally met your eyes again. Your shinny uniform, your clothes. No! He held your gaze with an electrifying stare. You were in awe of the whole moment. Now listen, here's the full bit. Don't show up to the wedding. Show up at the after party. Go in the front door, leave out the back, in one walk. I just walk straight through the building and leave. Hey! Why are you so mean? It's my wedding day. At least congratulate me. Then, by the power vested in me by the state of California, I pronounce you husband and husband. You can now kiss. Cove's knees may have started knocking up together once more, but his gaze was nothing but eager. I want my appearance to only be in photos. I want the fact that I was there at all to be contested. Cryptid style. His lips brushed against yours ever so sweetly. He indulged in the touch, caressing your cheeks at the same moment. He leaned into the touch welcomingly. The beautiful flowers of Cove's bouquet tickled against your skin as Cove's body pressed up against you. Oh shit, I made it to the wedding! Hey there, monkey! After your faces shifted away just a hair's breadth so you could see one another fully. His expression was wholly adoring, and you could still feel his warmth lingering. The crowd erupted with cheers and applause around you. Giddy, you ducked your head towards Cove's shoulder and laughed. Chat, are you gonna congratulate me on my wedding? Allow me to play the most beautiful piece of music I can come up with in celebration of this wonderful moment. Thank you, song. You the real homie. All around you. Here, I'll let that play out. I'll let that play out. All around you, confetti rained down like the delicate flower petals. Your smile widened, watching your friends and family excitedly throw it into the air in celebration. Congratulations! You're going to regret showing up. Omedetou sando burasto. Congratulations on the binding of the souls. I'll congratulate you and extend my condolences to Cove. Congratulations on your wedding. Thank you. Hartley steals the cake in the background. Oh, it's my bunny ears. The bunny ears stay on during the wedding. Peeking over at Cove, you realized that he was barely paying any attention to the jubilance around you both. Instead, his gaze was solely fixated on you. His gaze. Yeah, I want to be carried. Bridal carry me. The corner of his mouth pulled into a bent smile, and then Cove swept you off your feet. He giggled while he secured his hold on you. Beaming, you loosely wrapped your arms around his neck. His skin reddened, and you took the opportunity to rest a hand on his cheek and plant a kiss on the other one. His gaze! Isn't it a groom will carry? Yes, it is a groom will carry. You went down the aisle gleefully. As you passed by your friends and family, you caught several thumbs up, proud nods, and cheery waves. Then you saw some dwarf walk in and then back out. Some were even still clapping, sniffling. Your vision threatened to fill with tears after witnessing more than a handful of people dabbing their eyes with tissues. When you briefly came close enough to Mr. Holden, you patted Cove on the shoulder. Despite his weepy expression, you could tell that he had the greatest pride for his son. Wow, Yuri Flynn is canon. Let's go! Glory! Thank you. Your voice joined in with the noise of the celebration. Anyone that caught your attention, you cheerily yelled out your thanks. After leaving the ceremony in late afternoon, it was time for wedding photos. You and Cove met up with the wedding party and the photographer, while the other guests headed over to the reception spot. The excursion was filled with fun and laughter, while the photographer set out to get the ideal shots. I only exist in cognition. Okay, let me change the song. When the sun began to set about an hour later, you knew it was time to rejoin with everyone else. Where's the throw sand option? Yeah, when am I throwing the sand? And so, you eagerly got back into the car again to finally see the second location. Aquarium! Yeah! You and Cove entered through the main doors into the reception space. There, your friends and family were patiently waiting for this moment. The room filled with familiar cheers, whistles, and applause at your arrival. As it always has been. Tell us about the Flowers game. The Yuri visual novel? Wait, which Flowers game? As the noise lessened, you began to hear— Oh wait. Why did I just think that? Yeah, let me throw my sand. The most epic photo shot to have ever been shot. What is this? Grab her waist, pull her close, lift her up, primary lotus. As the noise lessened, you began to hear various calls of congrats and welcome backs. The love emanating from your friends and family was palpable. Baxter made his way to the center of the room and began to gesture people back. The rest of the staff followed his lead and made space in the crowd. Woo! Aquarium! Aquarium! Did you not click the option? I did! I chose my bouquet and everything. Was there an option? Did we miss it? Maybe we'll do it here. When the path ahead cleared out, you took a deep breath. It was time. The beginning note of your first dance song played. You heard a few of the guests speak in hushed tones, anticipation rising as the melody kicked in. Hey yo, it's Pleasant Intrigue from Tales of Vesperia. I love this song. It was moderately paced. Cove met your eyes as ready as he could be, and you took his hands. You heard the high-pitched whine of a microphone and saw Baxter smiling. And now, the couple will have their first dance. While your legs were shaking from all the acute emotions still lingering from the ceremony, your joy from getting to dance with your husband gave you the strength to make your way to the dance floor. Yeah, I remember sitting through the stream for the bouquet option. Okay, so we did select it then. Cove did his best to keep up with the cadence of the track. Every so often, he'd have to take a cautious glance down to make sure he wasn't about to crush your toes. The sand pouring happens during the ceremony. Oh yeah, we already did that. Yeah, my dance lessons were worth it. You performed beautifully and mentally said thank you to Baxter for the dance lessons. Because of that work, your dancing was perfect. With Cove's hands in yours, you both made your mark on the dance floor and gave the crowd a show. Wait, this is like a public building. There's no public exit. I have to sneak out the back, employees only style, or the fire exit. That's my wedding gift to you, not using the fire exit. Thanks! The two of you gallivanted across the floor, hearts pounding and expressions bright. I like how this choice is just, how mean do you want to be about this dancing? Partway through the dance, the music reached its slowest part. The dance for this section was simple and allowed you a chance to prepare for the more complicated steps coming up. You can mentally communicate with Baxter. Oh no. If he can communicate with me mentally, then he knows what I think about him. Cove took a second to speak softly to you, leaning in just close enough that you could hear him over the music. This is the first moment to ourselves since even before the wedding. Cove clearly was grateful for the chance to finally talk to you. You're gorgeous. I am so lucky. Wow. You too! He truly looked divine in his suit. He looked so divine cosplaying as Flinsky Foe. Cove flashed a light rosy pink and beamed at you. Oh? I'm just gonna sway with my husband. Cause if I talk about Orca, I'll start talking about .hack, and that's not gonna be good. Cove sighed dreamily as he looked into your eyes. Thank God the ceremony is over and we can be married now. Not that the wedding is bad. Yeah, you better not have an issue with my Tales of Vesperia themed wedding, Cove. He winced as soon as he realized how his words sounded. He shook his head. This music is throwing me off so bad. I keep thinking I have a game open in another tab because half the shit I play has Motoi Sakuraba as composer. I just keep thinking that I'd ruin something or something terrible would happen. At this point, a truck full of apples could come through and destroy dinner and I wouldn't care. We're in an aquarium, Cove! I would like to hope a truck full of apples doesn't come here. Please no. A produce truck was not on your guest list, and you didn't want it to be jinxed. Then the music reached a bridge of the song with complex choreography. Both of you had to focus more on the dance. The 742-course meal wasn't enough. Back in a bit. Enjoy your food, Twy. Elio, stop being toxic to Cove. That stopped your conversation in its tracks. The two of you became absorbed into dancing once more, as the song's end grew closer and closer. Remember back when you first met Cove, you hated him? Yeah. How I just kept bullying him when we were kids? Picking fights with him? Look at where we are now. The final note was struck, and oh wow, it was right when the song ended too. What does dipping mean? What is a dip? Dance ended in a spinning flourish. The little rascal. The two of you pulled each other close and twirled together. All my years of playing Princess Debut on the Nintendo DS sure are paying off today. The wind flew past your face, and you both started giggling like children. Faster and faster, you spun until you ran out of breath from your joyful laughter. The romantic dance dip. Cove's lips brushed over your ear. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. You're a really good partner. Your face felt hot, and it wasn't only from the dancing. You heard a clap that steadily transformed into wild applause. Turning to face the crowd, you looked over your friends and family cheering. I'm just gonna wipe my brow. Took a few deep breaths, trying to calm your jackhammer heart. You looked back to Cove and saw his sympathetic smile. Cove continued to watch you rather than switching his attention to the guests. Dips always look like fun. Dips look scary. What if their hands are sweaty and they accidentally let go and you fall? Oh god, yeah. He twisted his wedding band bashfully around his finger. With the first dance done, you both left the open floor to join the others and properly greet your seated guests. Cove offered you his arm to take once more. You offered Cove your arm instead? You know what? I'm gonna do it. When you lifted up the crook of your arm, Cove obliged without a question. His arm fit snugly around yours, like the matching piece of a puzzle. I believe in Lynn. He would never. Physically and legally linked to the other, you and Cove went forward as one. I'll be there for your Ace-Vic themed wedding, Jackie. Also DM'd you picture of a dip. Oh, let me see. Oh, that's a dip. Oh, okay. I see, I see. After only a few strides, you'd arrived at the nearest table in the arrangement. It had close family all the way around, including your mom and ma. The two had scooped their chairs closer and were eagerly whispering to one another, trading words of excitement back and forth. Is it hummus? Thank you, Elio. You're a true friend. Heck yeah. If you want me to come cosplaying as a certain Identity V character, I can be your wingman. Feeling awkward about having to interrupt, though realizing there's no reason to feel that way, Cove cleared his throat to announce you're in his presence.
Hey.
Swapping out of their private fervor, your parents turned their enthusiasm straight towards the two of you. Oh god, this music! Reached over at the table to take their hands. They held their hands forward for you to get a good grip of them. After keeping hold long enough for your palms to be warmed up by theirs, you let go in order to stand up straight. Live wedding photo? Let me see. Him? Hold on. I need to show this. Yeah, so this is some dwarf at the wedding. Him? Mother shenanigans, only documented photo. What a cryptid. There he be. Hello again, kiddos. Ma folded her hands together on the tabletop daintily and followed Mom with her own greeting. Welcome. It's so glad to have you here at the reception now. Aren't you so glad you got 3 moms now, Cove? And I finally have a dad. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
The ceremony was a memorable one. Those vows, huh? Yeah, did you like me singing Ring a Bell? Cheers for the beginning. Open a can of world cheers. You also nailed the theming with that venue. Thank you! I'm glad someone likes my theming. It was truly unforgettable. Yeah, a marriage that's gonna go right in the books. All the effort pay off then. And people actually discussed the wedding as a real event. Both became tongue-tied. Wait, I missed you sing Ring a Bell? Yup. When they asked me for my vows and I saw that I had to choose from a list, I was like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna sing Ring a Bell. Your ma watched over the both of you with a gaze as doting as it was knowing.
Have fun.
Have fun greeting everyone else. We'll be here if you need us. I was referencing Crimson Dawn. Yee. So I thought I'd do a VOD reference too. Perfect. This entire VOD is getting muted. No, it ain't. She'll never hear it. Sakuraba is coming for that ass. I will make it a private video if I must. Yeah, we've still gotta try the food while you're busy with your big day. You're the best parents anyone could have. Shucks, thanks, Bunny. Thanks again, moms? Ma's fingers squeezed together even more tightly. A visual representation of the restraint she was exerting not to cheer inappropriately loudly. Yeah, start on the food. There aren't enough people here to finish it, so get one of those paper boxes. Mom attempted to not spook Cove after his tepid attempt to use the new title, Mom had no qualms saying something embarrassing. Woohoo! We got upgraded! It's about time! Ham. Cove's gaze immediately dropped to his feet, and his near constant flush from the day reappeared. Oh, did I drop to his feet because I'm his gaze? You gave your husband a reassuring smile, proud and pleased at his braveness. Okay, bye. Cove scuttled off, needing an escape, and you gave your parents a wave as you struck by him. Goodbye. Good luck out there. Your and Cove's mom resumed their schoolgirl-style chatting in good cheer. Let me see. You're calling Kyra Mom 3 like a troll-up, and Cove didn't even dare until the knot was tied. Hour 3. Oh, let me go check in on my uncle. I'll be right back. I'm back. I hope I get to say the funny thing I've been waiting. What funny thing? Okay, I'm back. Located at the same table were Cove's parents. They were taking it easy until Cliff noticed you and Cove had eyes on him. Given the full context of this particular playthrough, it's all very humorous, but I will wait. Okay. His grin ramped up to 1,000 watts.
Hey!
It's our local celebrities of the day! Cliff folded his arms, self-satisfied. The wedding's all been going to plan, I'm pretty sure. But I'll keep watch still. If there's anything else I can do, just give me a shout. You should lower the music a bit. Okay. I still think this music is, like, honestly kind of pretty fitting. Is this okay? Cove brightened in a similar way. His tone was full of affection for his father. Cliff, you really did not try with this fit. Surely Kyra tried double hard for both of your sakes. He's not even going with, like, the color coordination. Like, everyone else came in purple. He came in a white shirt with a blue tie. Hi, Dad, and thanks. What happened to the purple tie? You're not going along with the theme. Yeah, could have tried a bit harder. It's okay, he's Raven. He's the disaster dad. Where's the why aren't you wearing purple? Hi. Cliff began to chuckle amusedly at as his eyebrows lifted higher on his head. You know, buddy, I was there in the hotel early with Cove today. It was an event. You should have seen how excited my boy was when you rang. Alright, let me change this song. Trying to make up for you not being there in person. He put on a full imitation of the scene. Cliff tugged at his cheeks and raised the pitch of his voice. Raven would pay a child to be friends with Carol, right? Oh my god, Bunny is calling. The real deal was proven to be far superior when Cove followed Right Bean with a genuine exclamation of shock. I just realized, Cove fucked up using all white. That shit gets dirty so easily. He cried all over it, bro. That's what I was saying. It's fine. It's his wedding day. Let him cook. Dad? Cove let his arms return to the relaxed crossed positioning after the performance, shaking his head fondly. I mean, Flynn wears white and blue, so it's okay, right? Yeah, exactly! The two of you met when you were 8, and Cove still gets like that from a phone call. It's nice. Bottoms should not wear white. Hey! Your heart flooded at the thought of it. It made you happy to know he missed you, and that the flame he held for you burned as bright as ever. Aw, I'm glad you missed me. Cove made a meager attempt to give his father a cross look, but he was soon overrun by a blush. Your positive reaction was a far bigger deal to him than the teasing. Huh? Why not? Do they spill soup easily? Cliff slyly winked, waving you and Cove off. Skip, bring out Kyra. I'm tired of this underdressed man.
Right.
I don't have to hug you. Everyone wants to see you. Okay, see you later. Bye, Dad. A loud gasp escaped Cliff. He glanced over at Cove for his reaction. He grinned sweetly, with misted eyes, agreeing wholeheartedly with your statement. Now all that was needed was to see if you'd get Cliff's own acceptance. You didn't have to wait long for it. Overwhelmed with emotion, his voice squeaked at first, but he barely noticed. He was beaming with joy. Yeah, that's only fair. Of course, of course. I don't know how I ended up with 2 kids as good as you. Cliff surveyed his 2 children proudly, with his chest puffed out. I have to say, well, actually, I'll say it a little later. You have to wait for my big speech. Here it comes. Get ready, Bunny.
Come on.
Come on, sport. It's gonna be great. Now go on. You're an amazing dad. You're amazing yourself. Then finally, you rounded the table's edge and reached the side where Kyra sat. Hi, Mommy. She was patiently sipping at a chilled cup of water, placing it down when she noted it was time for the meet and greet with the 2 of you.
Hey.
Hey, Mom. Hello, babies. I'm gonna give her a hug. Are you jealous? I get to hug her because she's my mommy. Huh, that's neat. It took some stretching, but you were able to gain enough access to Kyra's space in order to give her a solid hug. She put her arms around your shoulders gladly. You shared that affectionate touch for a moment, and then shifted yourself back up.
Thanks.
Thanks for helping with the party stuff. Huh, that's neat. Hey, Elio, I have a question. Is it for me to explain something in Japanese? What is it? Of course, anything I can do for your special day is at the top of my list. Also, that was a marvelous dance. Such an incredible way to make an entrance. I'm impressed you found this place. Talk about the perfect locale for my little ocean man. I like the fish. Cove kicked the tip of his shiny shoes at nothing in particular, and his shoulders shifted from side to side shyly. Cove is forever incapable of seeming like a full-grown man in front of his mom. Alright, good enough. Kyra brows bent as she looked on at him adoringly. Who would be your favorite character so far, and why? Now why would I ever do that to you, Elliot? I don't know. I simply wish for your opinion. Well, okay, it's kind of a toss-up, honestly. I like both Cove and Baxter. Like, I know we make all the jokes, like, the only person I'm after is Baxter, and I'm just after Baxter, and I'm just cooking Cove. But I actually really do like Cove a lot. It's just the funny bit, you know? Just a funny bit. He's really sweet, honestly. I'm definitely gonna be replaying this in my free time. And, like, taking it more seriously. Because Cove is great. Cove is so sweet and so nice and just... he's great. I really like him. Baxter's also so hot! I can't not be attracted to Baxter. I mean, just listen to his voice. Kyra's brows bent as she looked on at him adoringly. Cove, my beloved. But then she shut her eyes and brought out more energy. I see.
See you soon.
I'll see the two of you again soon. You should go explore the rest of your exquisite reception. Oh, alright. We, probably should do that. Bye. Bye, Mom. She froze for a split second. Cove is sweet and so nice, but Baxter is bark. Elio, probably. Her hand flew to her mouth as her gaze landed back on you. Slowly she lowered it, revealing the widest smile you've ever seen on her face. That is all. In her gentlest tone, Kyra cooed. Goodbye, baby. Why does Baxter sound like Nalia? He does not! Like, at all. Cove is positively melting from happiness, seeing you and your shared mom speak to one another that way. I don't even have enough points to redeem Japanese yet. Ah. Warui desu ne. You're wonderful, Mom 3. And so are you. Then you had to continue on to the next table in the seating arrangement. There were still guests waiting to see the both of you. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Rose, why? You've been calling her Mom like ages ago. I'm doing my fucking bit, Berged. What course of the meal is that? That's probably the 20th at that point. We like rented out all of the to-go places for our meals. You had a pleasant conversation with your aunt and uncle on Mom's side. They couldn't have been more pleased that you had found someone who made you as happy as Cove did. Oh, well, this definitely would not be my aunt or my uncle IRL. My aunt... If my aunt saw me having a gay wedding, she would say I have the devil seed inside me. Right by was their daughter, your cousin, as well as your older sister. Aw man, did I miss Co's mom? Day ruined. They were throwing looks, not so subtly waiting to speak their piece, but didn't interrupt your chat with other family. Not yet, lady. That's later. Awooga! They were throwing looks, not so subtly waiting to speak their piece, but didn't interrupt your chat with other family. Devil Seed sounds like a cool RPG power-up. Hell yeah. I got the Devil Seed inside me. Well, that's great. I love Lure Cypher. But when it was officially their turn, the ladies placed down glasses of juice and put on matching curved smiles. Cove shifted on his feet embarrassingly. It didn't even need to say anything. Oh, woo, God. Juice? Water? Why is nobody getting blasted? Yeah, what kind of wedding party is this? You sighed in a teasingly long-suffering way. Yeah, that's something I'd do. The two of them were always ready for trouble. We did good work, didn't we? It's nice to be able to relax after all the preparations.
Totally.
Everything went incredibly. You're both beautiful, and it was just touching and amazing and perfect! Cove laughed airily. Lee's energy levels were as high as ever. Hello to you, too. Lee chimed up once more, placing a hand to her forehead and leaning against Liz for support.
Aww.
It's so romantic how you got married on the hill where you met. Oh, I didn't even know you knew that. Only our parents were there. It's pretty common Lappy family lore. I also know that's where you met, and so did half the rest of the crowd. Goddamn. Cove tilted his head bashfully, realizing it was probably a little dumb to not realize other people had found out about that. Especially since 1, we met there, 2, we started dating there, 3, we proposed to each other there, and 4, we're having our marriage there. Lappy family lore. Wow. Next, we're gonna have a YouTuber reading out our lore and explaining it to the viewers. Well, that makes sense. Thanks for all that, and everything. It was nice to see you. Aw, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. And thanks for coming to see us on your wedding tour. Bye. So glad you're my family. The feeling's mutual. With everyone at that spot properly greeted, you and your husband began to stroll along to the next one. But Cove then stopped in place, pairing that with a half-turn of his body. You could recognize the laser-focused stare on his face. You noticed something appetizing. Our beginning, aquariums and always. Hey there, Barn! Welcome to my wedding! And it was simple to pinpoint what. On one of the nearby tables were your carefully chosen appetizers for the reception. Ah yes, our 6-course meal. Without needing to be prompted, you went along with Cove to peruse the spread. Bring out the characters I like, the angry bastard and the sociopath. Cove plucked one of the hot morsels and stuffed it whole in his mouth. And he made sure to grab a second to take with. As well, of course he would. You tried one too. The two of you munched on the little delights, enjoying the much-needed pit stop. The food was delicious. Cove's just like me, for real, for real. The last appetizer Cove picked out disappeared behind his lips. Then he instinctively shifted his fingers to his pant leg before stopping himself. Yeah, you're wearing white, dude! Don't do that! Aquariums and algae. Being on his best behavior, Cove instead borrowed a napkin from off a table to clean his hands. God damn it, Cove! Cove! You polished up your snack shortly after and, for once, followed Cove's example for tidying yourself. Your arms were linked as they had been before. Then you ended that interlude to get right back into the thick of the party. You're lucky I already left. One of the more boisterous tables had Derek, Terry, and Miranda huddled together. They were celebrating wholeheartedly. Hi, everybody. Horrible. They're stopping Cove from being himself. Free my man. He did nothing wrong. He's wearing white, though, and it's his wedding! That pleasant greeting was paired with a little wave. Your friends turned in unison after realizing you were there. Then the trio of buddies lifted cups full of juice and cheers to you and Cove. I already dropped off my present too. It's a brick with a little bow on it.
What's up?
Thank God everyone's wearing purple for my wedding. Sup and congratulations. I like that you invited Derek just to rub it in. Because he should be in pain.
Thanks.
Hi, thank you for letting us come. Hey, congrats you two. Let's see. Held out your hand for high fives. Miranda, Derek, and Terry gave your hand a slap, It's ratcheting up the speed of the smack with it when their turn arrived. Again with the juice! Yo, the purple flannel? Where the fuck did you even get that? Yeah, Terry is looking suave. And you know, it's cool how you were able to make a wedding that seemed fancy, but is still so comfy. Philip shyly basked in the affection of his closest friends, sucking it up like a delicate sapling in the sunshine. Thanks, and thanks for coming. You held out your hands for high fives, deliberately ignoring Derek's attempt. You walk away with no further words said.
Come on.
Come on, dude. I wouldn't have missed it. Yeah, it's his final moment of seeing me as an unmarried man. We had to be. Cove and Bunny are having their wedding. It's momentous. You're really enjoying the reception. Don't worry about us if you have to go do important grim stuff. Oh, let me change the song. I appreciate that. It's weird to say, but we do have important grim stuff to do today. We're greeting all the guests right now. Let me change it again. You don't deserve Derek, to be honest. Oi! Uh-huh. We'll see you later, though. What do you mean, unmarried?
Bye.
Okay, bye.
See you later.
Safe travels. What do you mean, unmarried? Well, I guess we are married now. Enjoy yourselves. Waved goodbye sweetly. You better invite me and Cove to your wedding if you have any, Miranda and Terry. Miranda and Derek awed as Terry wiped a dramatic imaginary tear from his eye. What do you mean, oi? Derek doesn't deserve to be in this video game. What do you have against Derek? Thanks, Bunny. Got your ass with one coordinated attack and look at him. He's a Giga Chad. You didn't even need to try. Agreed. Also, hi, I'm back. Welcome back, Twy. Cove skipped ahead, buoyed by the brief but fun interaction, and he went right along with him. It took a minute to scan across the rest of the tables and the guests seated at them. You were able to recognize everyone who had gathered there that day, but you did note an absence. Bunny. Smiling, Cove used a finger to point out in the distance. Hovering around the fringe of the venue space was a pale, miserable face dressed all in gray. To anyone else, it may have been a sight that turned you cold, a harbinger of misfortune. Whomst? But for Cove, the little rain cloud brought a warmth to his heart. He came. You find that this explains my hatred of Derek very easily. Let me see. Because Derek killed my grandma! Derek killed your grandma! Damn! Didn't have to look for long until Jeremy happened to glance your way. Eye contact was made across the floor. Oh, it's the dude I beat the shit out of! Hey! Jeremy visibly sighed, making enough of a show of it for you to even tell from afar. He then briskly walked forward. Yeah, me. But I already escaped. He only stopped when he solidly placed his feet right in front of you and Cove. I knew it. Happy wedding, you insane people. Why did you invite me to this? Let me see. You already answered the question. We're insane. He snorted through his nose, adding an eye roll for good measure. Damn, my parents ate all the crepes I made. Can't have shit in Detroit. God damn it. Crepes are so good, though. What? This can happen? Yup. I'll just smirk at him, smugly. Jeremy completely wilted under your pleased gaze. Looks like fucking Hazama. Holy shit, Jeremy is just Cove without toner. Man's pale AF. And without the height. Cove watched the interaction joyfully. There would always be a spot in Cove's life for the difficult man in front of him. Without the sand. Thanks so much for coming. It wouldn't have been the same without you. I don't actually live in Detroit. Aw, that sucks. Or maybe that's good? I don't know. I don't know how Detroit is. And without the husband. And isn't it funny that you can't have shit in Detroit if you don't live there? True. Would have been better. Well, it's nice of you to come and share the suffering. Misery loves company. It was sarcastic, but it was far more playful than dismissive. I like his little braid. Yeah, it looks really nice. He's got a girlfriend? How's your girlfriend doing? She's as delusional and pushy as ever. Oh no, Twy. Isn't it fine you can find maidens? I don't know what's more absurd, the two of you keeping in touch with someone they only know as a pain they had to randomly interact with, or her still not dumping me after years. Why don't people go away? Why do they keep sticking around me? 'Cause they enjoy your pain and suffering. When you're forced to attend the wedding of someone you hate because it's your friend getting married. This is fine. Maybe because you're not as unlovable as you think. Also, why didn't you come to the wedding in our colors that we decided upon, Jeremy? Huh? Gray? Would you think this is a funeral? Okay, that's it. You and me. 7:35. Jeremy made another sound that wasn't quite a sigh that time. More of a disbelieving puff. Sure, I'll wait you in Detroit. Maybe people have worse taste than even I gave them credit for. Wait, Jeremy is just like me, for real, for real. Anyway, she's doing groovy. Don't worry about her. Yeah, he wasn't gonna do that. How are classes going? They're pain. It's infinitely better than high school. I ask myself these questions several times a day. Is Pran doing well? That was a rare subject that could draw out Jeremy's very limited soft side. He smiled without sarcasm. I wouldn't do that shit either. Hey! Y'all better come to my wedding in your Charles Vesperia cosplay, or I'll demon fang ya. He actually is. It's better every day since we graduated. He's a nicer guy than me again. He's not at the wedding, he's at the after party. He took a cue from Dwarf. Except he lacked the skills, so he was caught instead of leaving through the back. That's so great. Are you ever gonna let us see a picture or something? Maybe put him on a call with you? I have like 10 clothes. Then go buy some new ones, Fivehead. Nope, he thinks it's funny that you've only ever heard of him secondhand. Get double demon fanged, idiot. Get sword winged alpha, dummy. Aww. I did say congratulations for getting married to the strange people in a completely different town who won't leave me alone. Want me to buy new clothes for this? Yes! He also likes that tattoo. I told him about it. I'm gonna come to our wedding as Carol. Raging beast, you goofball. Thanks, Pran. Yeah, tell him thanks from us. The delicate sweetness he showed dried up. He was finished before caring. Swordring Alpha is actually one of my most used arts. It's too good. It's very nice. Swordring Alpha! Whatever. Yeah, no way Dwarf should get new clothes when he's only gonna be in the wedding for like 2 minutes top if the venue is really big. Yeah, you should come visit more often. He's smart teasingly. I hope that won't end up happening, but I've never been lucky. Crossed his arms as his eyes drifted over the scene, searching for something. In a low mumble, he changed the subject. Probably been moving fast so the pictures would be blurry. Guess this is one of the better functions I've had to attend. As opposed to Jeremy's murmur, Hope shouted. You're saying something nice about our wedding? That left Cove flabbergasted, but Jeremy kept his lukewarm stance. It's not earth-shattering. What a sweetheart. Jeremy sunk into himself again. This time he brought flushed cheeks with him. Aww. And that was enough socializing for one event, apparently, as Jeremy gave a slight nod to count as a goodbye. He simply wandered off towards the drink bar. Okay, maybe he's gonna be the one drinking alcohol. Cove's excitement for the encounter lingered, and he watched Jeremy until he completely disappeared. Well, that could have been worse. He nodded. Cove lifted his shoulders unsuredly, but the smile on his face was content. It was what it was. Finally, someone's getting fucked up. Table to table, you continue to greet each attendee of your wedding. The drink bar, aka Hawaiian punch and root beer, as per tradition. At a wedding? That sounds more like a prom thing. From family who flew in from Hawaii to be there, to those who lived right by your place. You appreciated everyone who took the time to come celebrate this day. How did they know I have family that lives in Hawaii? Like, I legitimately have, like, nieces that live in Hawaii. I thought you hired a professional photographer. Why are some of these pictures so blurry? Oh, it's just Dwarf. There was so much love to go around. Every conversation was just as enjoyable as the last. I need a motherfucker to get giga-wasted, bumble into the shark tank, and get eaten. Real wedding story. Last person you hadn't seen during your rounds made himself known when Baxter's voice echoed out through the space, amplified by a microphone. Hell yeah, Shiloh didn't show up. Let's go. Good evening. Thank you all for attending the wedding of Bunny and Cove Holden Lappy. They know.
Exciting.
We will now begin the bouquet toss! Sand toss! A smattering of applause and light murmurs followed the announcement. Baxter let that settle before continuing. Cove, Bunny, please come to the open area in the center. Anyone who wants to play can. Does he not? Aww. You and your husband eagerly obliged to start the tradition, going over to stand alone on the cleared floor. But it wasn't for long. Lee hopped out of her seat right away, taking Liz by the arm to bring her along for the ride. Running out the back, I gotta go! His sister wasn't as impossibly excited as her cousin, but she was intrigued. Miranda rose to her feet as well, her boyfriend pumping her up to win the whole walk over. She giggled bashfully and waved at Terry while waiting in the forming crowd. Maybe he'll get on the open mic and call you a bitch. Too late, I already did that. Dwarf is like kidding Shiloh so hard. It's kind of funny. Derek decided to get in on things as well, grinning amusingly among the rest of the players. Shiloh didn't come, but the kid that I beat up repeatedly did? Yup. Jeremy was standing, but watched from a great distance, very much not close enough to be considered a part of the crowd. Staff is wise to letting it happen twice. Should have kept up with me. Oh, no, you meant Barn isn't. Oh, you already left. I see. Kyra looked on at the group, taking a second to consider it, but ultimately she became another member of the game. I go at my own pace. She strolled over to the collection of younger folks and called out for Cliff to join with her. Hi, cutest streamer! Hi there, Blinded! Hello, hello. I do as I will in the moment. Will I eat an entire apple pie in 5 minutes? Who's to say? Hey, you gonna share any of that apple pie, buddy?
Come on.
Don't be such a snore. She shook his head, sinking lower into the chair. Lee, Miranda, Kyra, and Liz all began to wave and jump, encouraging Cliff. Terry spoke up from the next table over. You can do it, man.
Right, right.
Alright, alright. He used the edge of the table to push out his chair and stood up. The ladies cheered as Cliff strode towards the crowd. Shiloh, man, I remember when Bunny kept simping for me. I'm sure he almost left Cove for me. Anyways, I'm glad that now he's only simping for Baxter. The moms giggled, leaned closer together, and whispered amongst one another. They were eager to be audience members to the spectacle. And no one else motioned to join, so Baxter kept things moving. Thank you for grouping us up in such a timely manner. We've got a wonderful crowd for this. By the way, is there no music for this scene, or did you turn it off for the Tales of music? I turned it off for the Tales of music. Because it's our Tales of Vesperia themed wedding! Now, keep your eyes on Cove. He'll be tossing the bouquet in only a moment. Of course Cove is tossing the sand bouquet. Thank you for grouping up for this sand grenade. Prepare to die. Cove, all you need to do is look the other way and throw the bouquet to the awaiting audience. Bunny can stand by. Yeah, let me get far away from this. Our Vesperia, Yuri and always. Well, thank you for the head pats. As instructed, Philip turned his back to the crowd. You took your place in front of your husband. His shoulders were drawn, his grip on the base tight. The room became silent as he wound up for the toss. He paused. Everyone get ready to catch the sand bouquet! Am I too late to propose to Baxter? Ellie already did while Cove was distracted. Cove looking good? Yeah, he's looking good in his Flint Skiffle cosplay. Hey there, Mello. Elio's not proposing to Baxter. He just wants to be half friends. Dang it. Try something crazy. With an airy chuckle, Ko sent the bouquet itself into the air, using your encouragement as a guide. Elio is not proposing to Baxter, yeah. Sorry, my arms are broken, so I'm not able to catch a bouquet. You can still catch the bouquet, it's just sand. Catch it in your eyes, Fivehead. A flurry of heels clattering, jewelry clinking, and light-hearted yells burst into the space. The bouquet would land in seconds, and the crowd was vying for that prize. The clamor rapidly reached its peak volume, with nearly everyone in the crowd either gasping or cheering. The game had ended. Elio, I hated that image. You took one step to the side and leaned over to try getting a glimpse past Cove's large frame. I wanted to know what the results are. Oh, this music is perfect for the sand throwing. And Miranda was crouched nearly to the ground, having just barely snatched the bouquet before it landed on the floor. Her eyes are closed because she got sand in them. I have a force field that stops sand from touching me. I'm simply too smooth for sand to stick to. Okay, buddy. If that's what gets you through the night. What are you saying, North? Annihilation of bitter sands? From the seating area, Terry's glee could be heard. So scary music. She's only on phase 1. You did it! Yeah! Randy's face lowered into the flowers as she stayed curled up. But the petals doesn't hide the fact that she had sand all in her fucking eyes. Blushing and smiling. Your planner took to the mic again to make the results official.
Bravo.
Stunning work by our winner, Miranda. What an ominous bouquet toss. Miranda is the final boss. I'm glad somebody got it. There was laughter all around. Your guests were good sports. She's the cameo battle. As ever, Baxter was able to manage the flow of the day on your behalf. He took the mic and addressed the assembled crowd, his clear voice resonating through every speaker. Please, could everyone return to the seating area for our next event? The couple had arranged a special dance between themselves and the parents of the grooms. Your eyes met Cove's aquamarine ones as you instinctively glanced toward each other. Your expressions brightened before you stepped apart, ready for the event. Cove's parents came over. Kyra was clearly excited, hurrying to join you, while Cliff loitered bashfully half a step behind her, still angry that you're not dressed for our purple-themed wedding, Mr. Blue Tie. Is that supposed to be purple? It don't look purple to me. Once they were beside you, Cliff held out his arm.
I'm a bug, squish me!
Okay, Twy. You accepted, slipping your hand through as you offered your other arm to Kyra. She took it immediately. The three of you kept a spot in the center of the dance space at the front of your reception area. Sorry, Kyra dressed like that makes me think that she's a RN. An RN? In position, ready for the music to start.
It should have been me, not him!
A registered
It's not
nurse.
fair!
Hello, nurse. I'm at 32 points now. And whose fault is that? She took your arm? Ready for the music to start, you had a chance to really notice their expressions. Both of them looked proud, but you could see that there were hints of tears threatening to fall. As the music began, Cliff released you so that Kyra could have the first dance. You flowed and swayed along to the tune. Kyra spoke up gently, her words only audible to you. I really am grateful that we were able to meet. You're an amazing person, Bunny. Did you hear that? Kyra said I'm amazing! You smiled at her at a loss for how else to respond to such sweet praise. But it was soon Cliff's turn. Kyra handed you off to him, and the two of you got into the swing of things together. Once you'd fallen into an easy rhythm, he had his own thoughts to share. Are you saying her dress looks like Scrubs? Yes, sure am too. I don't see it, but okay. I know I've relied on you a lot over the years. That was one way of putting it. You smiled wryly. I attempted to tease him, but decided to let him keep going without challenge. Everything we've been through together made it feel like we were kind of a team, so well, I'm just trying to say that I'm glad that you're officially part of the family. Something, I'd let Kyra put a needle in me. See, she's even a good liar. She's so perfect. What do you mean, liar? And simply open your eyes to the possibilities, Bun Bun. The unexpected compliment struck you like a bullseye to your heart. Choked up, you only nodded as a way of response, but you could tell Cliff got the message by the way he beamed at you. He truly did love both of Cove's parents, and it meant a lot to you that they were both able to be there on this day. As you turned to the dance floor, you caught sight of Cove dancing hand in hand with your parents. Cove's brow was furrowed in concentration as he very carefully took each step. You change the song. Change the song. Despite his obvious nerves, your moms were elated and seemed to be encouraging him. The sight of it cheered you as you moved back towards Cliff and Kyra. I don't see the scrubs either. Scrubs don't have that many folds. Home time, please excuse. No problem, dwarf. Mean that you're not amazing, Elio? What? Why are you so mean? Cliff made to bow out at that point, intending to make way for you to dance with Kyra again, but she had other plans. So many people blind to this chat for real. Crooks being the exception, of course. Sorry, that's me. Seeing Kyra in a dress makes me fold. Like an envelope? He wishes she would fold him up like an envelope and probably lick him like you do an envelope. She grabbed his hand and yours, and you danced together as a group. After a little while, she relieved Cliff's hand and you danced with her one again. Oof, gotta go. It was fun joining for a bit. You're all amazing and congrats, Bun. I can't wait for the barn route. See you later, Lyko! I wish she would. Oh, Elio thought about it. You don't actually have to lick envelopes. But they taste so good! Before long, you swapped back to dancing with Cliff. You took turns dancing with them, both individually, as well as dancing as a group, changing it up often so that no one was left out in the cold for long. What do you mean? I'm DLC? Like, as long as you hydrate the thing, it's fine. It's just a self-apply adhesive. So you can just, like, put water on it. But eventually the song came to an end, bringing the dance to a close. Cliff clapped you on the back. Best DLC though, Barn. You the cannon route. Eats out of stream. See you later, Adamello. That was a heck of a time. Also, I'm curious. Let me look up how much longer we have with this game. Let me see if I can get this out in this stream. Or what? Let me see. Our Life Wedding DLC. I want to see if we still have room for one more. Let me take a look at this playthrough. Where am I at? Okay, so that's the dance. That's meeting the family. It's Jeremy. Okay, there's like 45 more minutes left, so that's probably like 2 hours for me. So yeah, we'll end here for iLife. I'm pretty sure you're near done. Looks like we got at least like a lot more left. Let me like get like an exact time on this. Oops. Let's see. Okay, that's with the friends. And I think oh wow! In this playthrough, Derek got the bouquet. Interesting. Okay, and that was... Okay, yeah. According to the playthrough, we still got like 30 more minutes, so we can do another stream of this. That's like an hour for me. I bet if you were marrying Baxter, you wouldn't be looking at the time, but with Cove, suddenly you're watching the clock. Hey! You're practically done. Type suppression tomorrow. Oh, okay. It's been like a month or so since I played this game in like 2 sittings. Some of it's a blur. An hour is generous, yeah. You know me and getting off track with things. So yeah, we will end here with our life. I'm gonna go on a BRB, eat some chicken nuggies, and then we'll play some Devil May Cry. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.